Welcome back to It Is In You. I'm so glad you're here because today we're diving into something that lives at the very core of who we are, faith. Not just the kind you hear about in stories or see in movies, but the real everyday faith that shapes our lives, our choices, and our futures. Let me ask you something. When's the last time you believed in something you couldn't see? Maybe it was a dream, a hope, or a feeling deep inside that told you to keep going even when the path ahead was unclear. Faith. It's not just a word, it's a force, a quiet power that lives within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Faith is a muscle, and like any muscle, it gets stronger the more you use it. Every time you choose to trust yourself, to take a step forward despite uncertainty, you're giving that muscle a workout. Think about athletes training for a big event. They don't just show up on game day and expect to win. They put in the work day after day, building strength, resilience, and belief in themselves. That's what faith is all about. I've learned that faith is not about ignoring reality. It's about seeing beyond it. It's about looking at your circumstances, no matter how tough, and choosing to believe that something better is possible. It's about holding on to hope when the world feels heavy and daring to dream when others tell you to be realistic. Faith is that quiet voice that says keep going when everything else screams give up. It's the whisper that tells you to try one more time, to get back up after you've fallen, to see obstacles not as roadblocks but as stepping stones. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, to prove to yourself just how much you're capable of. Faith transforms I can't into I will. It's the difference between staying stuck and moving forward. When you believe in yourself, even just a little, you open the door to new possibilities. You start to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You begin to trust that your dreams are worth chasing, no matter how big or small. You know, the world is full of doubt. People might question your dreams. They might tell you to play it safe, to lower your expectations, to settle for less. Sometimes those voices are loud. Sometimes they come from people you care about. And sometimes the loudest voice of doubt is your own. You might even question yourself. You might wonder if you're good enough, strong enough, or brave enough to go after what you want. But here's the secret. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every moment of triumph started with faith. Someone, somewhere believed just enough to take that first step. That first step is always the hardest. It's the leap into the unknown, the moment when you decide to trust yourself and the journey ahead. It doesn't matter if you're scared. It doesn't matter if you don't have all the answers. What matters is that you move forward, fueled by faith, even if it's just a flicker. So if you're facing something big, something scary, remember, faith doesn't demand proof, just action. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. You just have to believe that the next step will appear when you need it. When you move with faith, the universe has a funny way of moving too. Suddenly, you'll notice doors opening where there were only walls before. Opportunities will appear, sometimes in the most unexpected places, and you'll discover a strength rising within you that you never knew you had. It's as if the world responds to your courage, meeting you halfway and cheering you on. Faith isn't about having all the answers. It's about trusting the process, trusting yourself, and trusting that you are exactly where you need to be right now. It's about believing that every step you take, no matter how small, is leading you closer to the life you want to live. So as you go about your day, I invite you to notice the moments when faith shows up. Maybe it's the courage to speak up, the strength to keep going, or the hope that tomorrow will be better. Celebrate those moments. They are proof that the power of faith is alive and well within you. Thank you for watching. If this message spoke to you, hit subscribe for more uplifting content. Share your stories of faith in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're unlocking your inner strength. And remember, the power is already in you. You don't have to look outside yourself for strength, for hope, or for faith. It's all right there waiting for you to claim it. Until next time, keep believing, keep moving, and keep unlocking the incredible power that lives within you.